is the same thing. Next, moving on. Coma model improves on Kirkpatrick's model in 4 ways. Transform the typical reaction by incorporating greater number of measures. What are measures? Kindly read the first line and kindly understand and explain what is the first line. What is the model of Kirkpatrick? Reaction, learning, behavior, results. And how is Coma model an improvement? Anyone?
By ROI.
Reaction, learning. What was the other two? Outcome? Reaction, learning, behavior, and results. What extra is over here?
Some motivation.
Again, read this particular slide. Hence, that's the reason why I wanted you to come reading material, come prepared.
Organization environment.
What is the meaning of incorporating greater number of measures?
Training.
Greater number of measures means what? Transform the typical reaction of the trainee by incorporating greater number of measures. So, evaluation criteria. So, for example, when we are initially the reaction to a particular training program, will have certain parameters. When you are reacting to a particular question paper, when you are looking at a question paper, MTD question paper, you're looking at whatever your first reaction will be positive if you are well versed of the knowledge. If you are aware that all these things have been known to me. Similarly, in terms of the training program, the first reaction by the trainees is measured in a greater perspective. Initially, we are going to provide the training to or rather, I am a trainee. I am going to be provided training. My first initial reaction will be yes, fine. And I have been informed that the training for me is to help me develop and help me move up in the corporate ladder. Is this the only criteria where I can judge the reaction of a trainee as a manager, or there are many other criteria that can be taken into consideration: the timing, the mindset, so on and so forth, or the enthusiasm level, the zeal. Earlier, what reactions was the outcome of what is being provided. Is the person happy or not? But here, what we are measuring is the person willingly, learning, or any other criteria which helps to understand if the process itself, which is to be done, the process over here is the training program. Is the reaction by the trainee, uh, you know, maybe influenced by something else. All these are certain other criteria of measures that can be incorporated to understand the reaction of a, so for example, trainee may not want a particular kind of training, but is, part of the whole training program because he's in that particular level. What I mean is, say the person doesn't want to improve or doesn't want to move up the corporate ladder. He wants to stay in that particular position. There are people like that who do not want promotion because of other factors, say family issues. So we do not consider their reaction. Okay, there are, so hence what I'm trying to say is, apart from the facial expression, there are certain other things we have to understand about the reaction. Reaction may be positive, but there is no lag. Useful for formative evaluation. Useful for formative evaluation basically means if the other factors are, somewhat influencing the trainee behavior, then when we are forming the training program, such considerations need to be undertaken when we are devising particular training program. Measures are known to be causally related to training successes. So when we are providing conducive or when we are providing assurances, say for example, lead girls or women, they have to have a good work-life balance. So they may undergo training if they have been assured that the training will be during working hours and post training will, your work-life balance will be, uh, not affected. So that assurance has to be taken into consideration during formative evaluation. So these new variables training, going back to the first point, there are certain measures that need to be understood. And say that work-life balance example I'm giving. Such measures need to be incorporated when we are formulating a training program. Measures are known to be casually related to training success, meaning what? If your issue, if a individual's issue is addressed, then it is obviously going to relax the trainee's mind, and the trainee is going to receive the training in a positive manner. Defines new variables with greater precision, greater detail, why we need to do this or why these factors are taken into consideration. Such factors are defined in your training program beforehand when, pre implementation of the training program. Next is Zero model. It was Peter Warr, Michael Bird, and Neil Racker who wrote the book Evaluation of Management Training in 1970, developed the Zero model. Acronym of Zero is context, input, reaction, and output. So, what is context? Need assessment, purpose of training, ASA, knowledge, skill, and attitude. Input, type of training and materials, which is to be provided. Reaction, assessing training reaction in terms of, physical reaction, body language, plus behavioral development, plus if it is, having some kind of a, increasing the zeal, the enthusiasm level of the employees. Output post-training assessment development, assessing development, changes in the learner level.
Okay.
Post-training assessing development and changes in the learner level, workplace level, team or department level, and business level. So, post-training assessment and development changes in the learner level, workplace level, team and department level, and the business level. What is learner level? What are these levels? Anyone can unmute and tell me. post-training assessment development, and changes in the learner level. What is learner level?
So what the trainee has learned himself.
Training can be of different types.
Yes, sir.
Freshers, those who are freshers, they'll go get the basic level of learning.
Yes.
Learner level. Workplace level is those who have
Uh,
experienced.
Hmm.
Those who
Yes,
have
sir.
some kind of experience, they'll be given some kind of workplace relevant skills training. Team and department level is more to do with development of group dynamics as well as interpersonal skills. Business level, certain training or certain kind of is provided to managers whereby they reduce stress. Managers are entrusted with a lot of responsibilities. A lot of people are working under the managers. A lot of teams are working under the managers. Top level people, what kind of pressures they undergo, what kind of training is to be provided. That is basically business level training where stress is reduced, and so that there is clarity of thought and better decision making. If if I'm having a cluttered mind, if I'm having a load of information currently in my mind, I need to de-stress. I need to again go back to some place where I'm alone. I'm going to have some me time. Post that me time, I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax my body. I'm going to relax my mind, and then come back, join with a fresh mind, and take the uh, or make the decision. So business level training, which basically focuses on relaxation and developing your innate decision making skills. That is again for leaders who are going to carry the company forward. Kaufman's model of learning, Kaufman's levels of learning evaluation, based on Kirkpatrick's model. Kaufman's five level of evaluation are as follows. The first is level one. Level one is being subdivided into A and B. This covers the training materials such as digital resources, digital resources that are used to support training or coaching. Second is process. The second part of the level, first level measures process acceptability by whom, efficiency, in other words, the actual delivery of the learning experience. Process acceptability. What is process acceptability and by whom?
The process of accessibility by the training.
Yes. Next is acquisition. Kaufman's second level studies the payoffs of both individuals and small groups. The micro level client would usually be the learner, so you would be studying whether they acquire the learning and whether they used it on the job or not. So acquisition is what? Transfer of learning, transfer of training is the ultimate result. Application is the transfer of training. The third level evaluates how well participants utilize what they learned in their on-the-job performance. Organizational payoffs. Kaufman's fourth level measures payoffs for the or payoff basically is the outcome result. Payoff for the organization as a whole, the macro level client would typically be the business or the organization undertaking the evaluation. This level includes performance improvement evaluations and a cost benefit analysis, cost consequence analysis. So, in terms of what we have till now, what we have learned is so at the result phase, evaluation is conducted, and we are going to do a cost benefit analysis, cost consequence analysis. My question is, in this particular model, or the whole training program is viewed as what? Is viewed as what? Based on
investment and its benefit.
if it is an investment, it is going to generate benefit. If it is a cost, then we are going to analyze what?
The reason of the failure of the training.
We are going to analyze the consequence, cost consequence analysis we are going to do. Okay, so societal outcome. Kaufman's fifth level focused on what he termed as mega level clients. This would refer to a business clientele and or to society as a whole. Somebody explain this slide at this point too. If you have understood this model, then you are going to understand this point also. What is this point?
Sir, by learning from the training, if we are experiencing and learning it and we are applying it properly, then it can be a benefit to the business as well as the outcome will be beneficial for our society also.
How?
So if the top level or the superior people will learn well how to handle the business or the maybe that's create a good impact on society and also with the business.
How your training, how your upgradation of your skill is going to help the society.
Sir, if a business will grow, then automatically employment will also
Wait,
grow and it will
wait,
create a good impact
wait,
on the
wait, wait,
society.
wait. Continue what you were saying. Kindly think of it. For example, whatever you have learned, or rather,
Sir,
whatever.
every to develop the society as well as self development.
That we have all understood. Come up with examples if you know any. I have been trained in a particular organization.
So if behavior of the employees will develop, then automatically when you will deal with the outside people or maybe that create a good impact on the society also.
No, it's not
Behavioral
maybe.
development.
It is not
Yes,
maybe.
sir.
It is voluntarily you are developing the whole society.
The
What
Yes,
service
sir.
sector, if they have a better behavior,
Can I
that
explain?
sir,
Can I
like, okay,
can I explain, everyone?
yes, sir.
Let's give me 1 minute. Let me just help you guys understand. See, I have learned something. In the training program, I have acquired a certain level of skills. I have increased my level of knowledge. Say I am a technical person. Okay. My basic degree is in some technical field. Whatever extra information and whatever extra skill sets I have acquired over the years, it may help me, or rather, it is going to, I am going to help society, people who are in the same stream. I'm going to meet them, I'm going to help them, I'm going to appraise them of the current situation and the level of skill sets which is required for the future development. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
So eventually, what I am doing is I am helping out the society as a whole. developing the environment where I live in.
Yes, sir.
I am, say, for example, I am, again, behavioral aspect, I have been trained, or I have been, in many companies nowadays, even in foreign countries, people are accepting meditation, yoga as a de-stressing tool. Yoga is being conducted during the office hours or as a weekend exercise, as a group act with in an organization, so that the level is reduced. So whatever I have learned, I can transfer that to some other some of that yoga skills to some other people who do not do exercise, or say, for example, I can help out old people in old age homes and contribute to the society. Apart from all these things, basic purpose is whatever I have learned, I'm going to, in terms of knowledge, in terms of behavior, in terms of skills, if I transfer some of it to benefit the society, the mega level clients over here, the society is satisfied. That is the basic thing. Next is Binkarov's case study model. This is the last slide, or the second last slide, and we'll be completing today. The success case study method isn't simply limited to evaluating training. It can be applied to a wide variety of events and activities. Unlike the training evaluation models of Kirkpatrick, success case study method isn't concerned with finding an average performance of training participants. Instead, it deliberately studies the most successful participants and the least successful ones. In other words, it looks at the both extremes. What happens is the person who has come first and the person who has come last, we are going to read, or we are going to assess both of these extremes. Why we are going to do? We are going to see what secrets, what practices, what methodologies are utilized by the person who has become first in a particular learning phase, and why, what are the reasons why the person who has become last is in the last position. When we are going to measure, we are going to assess what are the factors responsible for, in case of both these cases, what factors are involved in producing such a result. So that is success case study method. It has 5 different steps that an organization must go through to evaluate the training program, plan a success case study. It may be a person who has been the employee of the month, or just like student of the year, that guy may be employee of the year by outstanding quality in behavior, outstanding in managing, servicing clients, having good interpersonal skills, so on and so forth, and a prospective future leader. That is a success case study. Write an impact model that defines what success should look like. So, impact model, what steps have been taken, or what procedures need to be followed, so that we are going to achieve success. So that is what a model looks like. Say, I'm going to create a model, get a 5 in the morning, 17 hours of study, and again during the 17 hours we are going to have focus study. How I'm going to have that focus study, for how many hours I'm dedicating, so that kind of a model. Write a survey that identifies best case and worst case scenarios. Document success cases and conduct interviews. Conduct interviews to gather information how well and what were the reasons of the success, and what are the factors by which the person has achieved success. Draw conclusions, make recommendations, communicate findings to stakeholders. Stakeholders and obviously the other people who are working in the organization. We have finished. Is there any question? Kindly ask. You have 15 minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes. Is there any question? Then you can ask. Or should I related to anything related to this model? You can ask. Or should I stop?
Actually, sir, this slide could not understood properly, sir. I could not get it properly, sir.
When you are a class teacher, madam, consider yourself you are a class teacher. You are teaching
Yes,
class
sir.
of 60 students. One of them
Yes, sir.
is the person who is going to secure the first position, and there is another extreme where you are going to see another student is going to secure the last position. It is just an evaluation, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what in case study method is basically we are going to study both these cases. The person who has stood first in the class as well as the person who has stood or who has come in last.
Yes, sir.
Why we are doing this? We are doing this to understand what factors have made a particular person come in the first position and what factors have made the other person come in the last position. If I'm
Yes, sir.
addressing, if I'm, I, the first position person, is the role model for everybody else.
Yes, sir.
The practices undertaken by that particular person, the amount of hard work put in by that particular person in the first place is, or rather, that can be uh, inculcated while teaching or while motivating other students.
Yes, sir.
The person who has come in last, we are going to analyze what factors or what criteria or why
Yes.
the person is coming in the last position. If all those factors are addressed in a positive manner, then there is going to be improvement in performance.
Definitely, sir.
So when we are doing both these extremes, and hence we are providing learning. Learning here is again training. Then
Yes, sir.
we are going to, or rather, we are evaluating both these cases. We are
Yes, sir.
improving our delivery systems. When we are improving our delivery system by addressing both these situations, then holistically the outcome will be positive or negative.
Positive, sir.
I want to.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other question? Is there any other question anybody wants me to ask apart from this thing? Anything else? Because
Good morning, sir. This is Pinaki. My request is, sir, if you kindly provide us some suggested question for our examination.
Yes, same for my side also. Provide PPT and question.
Yes, sir.
can any one of you share the syllabus on the screen? Okay, wait, I have.
Sir, actually, we have not yet received the PDF or books in hard copies from.
That I understand, sir. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the syllabus. Concepts of training comparison. Okay. First question is this one. Comparison between training and development. Comparison between training and development. Is the screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then types of training. We all know both on the job, off the job training are there. Okay. This one. Look at this one. On the job, off the job is there. Here, the question may come. What is training? What is the nature?
ಒಂದು question ଟା ଜାଣି ହଉନି.
Sir,
Second
sir,
question is types of training program.
ଜଣେ କିଏ ଲେଖ ମୁଁ କହିଦଉଛି ତାପରେ ତମେ ତମର ସାଙ୍ଗମାନଙ୍କୁ ଦିଅ।
Continue. What is training nature?
Sir, ଆପଣ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଆମେ ଲେଖୁଛୁ
Define training. What is the nature of training? Nature and scope of training. What is the nature and scope of training? This may be 8-mark question or a 12-mark question. Okay. Next is define learning. What are the different types of learning? Next will be what is andragogy? ANDRAGOGY or adult learning theory. What is andragogy? How is it different from normal learning? Next is write short notes or what is explain in brief the need assessment. What is need assessment?
Sir, please repeat again.
The lead assessment.
Need 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 assessment. Enumerate the different training programs or different on the job training methods. Enumerate the different on the job training methods. Write short notes on coaching. Kindly listen to me. Don't write. Listen to me, everyone. See, when we are talking about on the job and off the job training methods, both short notes as well as all questions may come. 12-mark questions will integrate everything, either the total number of on the job or off the job training methods that you need to understand and learn. 8 marks will be when you are going to write only the off the job, but in a very brief manner. About 5 marks, say for example, in the in the screen you are looking at in basket exercise, right? Short note. What is T group training? Or what is sensitivity training? Those will be 5 marks questions. So all of this you have to go through. Next is justify how management is going to choose a particular training method. Criteria for choosing a particular training method.
Sir, again justify.
Justify how management chooses a training method. Or the same question in a different language will be criteria taken into consideration by management while choosing the right training technique. That can be the size of the organization, the nature of the work that the company is doing, nature of the work, মানে কোন technical line অଛନ୍ତି না service or whatever they may be in. So that can be the question over there. So next is
So criteria taken by management.
in choosing the training method.
Okay, sir.
Next is the training method or the training aids. The whole slide or the whole thing is your 12, either a 12-mark question, the whole PPT which I have given, that is either a 12-mark or a 8-mark question. So go through it.
Sir, can you please
Training aids. What are training aids? Give describe in brief how training aids help the overall training group. That is a 12-mark question or a 8-mark question. That may be written or asked in a completely different manner. So be ready. Next is, what are the roles and responsibilities of the trainer? This is 8 marks question. Is your friend Shakti here?
Yes, sir.
Kindly remind me today around 10:30, 11 when I'm in the office that this one, administrative procedure for training. The word file I'm going to provide you along with training policy.
Okay, sir. Done.
Kindly remind me that.
Sure, sir.
Unit 5 module I do not have here with me, but Unit 5 itself, the PPT is more than enough. If you need extra information, go through it, okay? Hopefully I have given you most of the questions which will come. Either say Unit 5, any model, say for example, most common models are Kaufman, which always alternatively comes in the year, and CIPP model, or there may be a totally different question that may come. Is kindly, long question, 12-mark question. What are the different evaluation models that you can write about whatever I have given, and the PPT itself is more than enough. Okay, you just need to explain what you have understood, and remember, it is best always to give an example. Okay, thank you all. All the best.
Thank you, sir.